Yes, that's right, get ready for update 2.0 because Cyberpunk preloads have strangely already gotten out. CDPR released a ton of news on the upcoming update and it's looking like this week is going to be packed with a ton more info. Also, we have some great breakdowns from CD Projekt on what to expect from the free update and the paid expansion, so let's jump right in. Now, Phantom Liberty launches in a few more weeks on September 26th. However, it seems that some users have already reported that preloads have gone live for them, at least on the PlayStation 5, which also goes in hand with some of the rumors which pointed out that update 2.0 is already being added to the PlayStation database, and also that the expected download size is almost 33 gigs. That is actually rather huge and also quite close to some of these Reddit reports we had a few days ago that pointed out towards a 32 gigabyte in size. It's very clear that something is cooking behind the scenes, so totally let me know down below if you have the game on the PlayStation 5 and if you have seen the expansion already getting downloaded. Or if you're on any other platform and are seeing some strange updates, do let me know down below in the comments. However, it's clear that the Steam database is also getting some traction and it lists multiple testing branches as well as updates over the entirety of the past week. Interesting to note is that there's also an episode 1 press preview listed alongside the developer ones. So yeah, it's likely that members of the media have received early access to the game and will probably drop more info in the upcoming days. But it also looks like EP1 might imply they only got access to the first part of the expansion and not the full package, which kind of makes sense because CD Projekt Red already mentioned that they do plan another stream before launch. Also noteworthy is that the press version is at least 6 days old compared to the QA, with the latest update being 10 hours ago on that one, at least at the moment of recording this video. So whatever version the media outlets are playing right now, we'll see a lot more improvements and fixes as we get closer to launch. When should we expect seeing this news going out? Well, if anything, we should get more info this very week. The global community director confirmed last week that they will get to share more info about 2.0 release in the next week, so this is basically this one. Plus, in their previous stream, they mentioned a new stream planned before launch of Phantom Liberty to showcase some of the new cyberware and items coming with the expansion, so hopefully this is going to happen before Friday. But moving on, for all of you who are looking forward to the new update 2.0 and the Phantom Liberty expansion, CDPR put out this neat infographic which shows everything that gets changed with both of them. So as you may or may not know, the expansion is going to be paid and you will need to purchase that separately from the game, but the new update 2.0 will be completely free for all the players on the PC, Xbox Series X and S, and the PlayStation 5. So going over update 2.0, all the free changes coming up are of course the redesign, skill tree and perks. This has gone through some massive changes, a complete overhaul that so far got me really intrigued. Many abilities got redesigned and we've got a lot of new synergies and possible builds to create just from those. We'll have a bigger video focusing on that soon, so if you want to see it, totally let me know down below in the comments. But we also get revamped cyberware and new capacity system. This is going to involve a lot more strategy when it comes to overly modifying V's body, both consequences wise for going over the limit, but also getting some insane benefits out of it. All of course neatly displayed in a new comprehensive interface. There's also the vehicle combat and car chases. CDPR confirmed that many existing vehicles from the base game will get new weaponry attached to them, which should provide new gameplay possibilities. However, the vehicle gigs from El Capitan will require having the expansion, and also the rocket launcher for vehicles will also be exclusive to the expansion, as you'll see in just a little bit. But besides that, we also get combat AI improvements. Also, the new police system gets free. It's actually the one that I'm most excited about because especially the max tech has its own archetype system with 5 different types of agents that will take you down in different ways. Besides these, we also have the revamped police chase, which feels even more dynamic and reacts differently with the forces that chase you depending on the district you're in. Plus, tons of UI and user experience improvements, tons of loot items and crafting changes, and the new radio station, including the community Growl FM. Now, this is all the free stuff in terms of the paid stuff that all comes with Phantom Liberty. This is going to include, obviously, the new dangerous district of Dogtown found in Pacifica. Those who don't buy the expansion will still see the building changes from the distance, and NPCs trying to get in. However, they won't be able to get inside without purchasing the expansion. I do, however, wonder if modding will somehow bypass that. It should be really interesting. Also, we get new storyline and characters. So we have Songbird, who introduces us to the new relic powers and the new narrative, Agent Reed, President Myers, and a whole new bunch of cast of characters. We also get the new quests, gigs, boss fights, and more, including the vehicle missions and the airdrops. So this is also going to include those endless dynamic events. Previously, we thought that these would be part of the free update, but it looks like CDPR cleared things up, and yes, it's going to be part of the paid expansion only. There's been some confusion about that, but yeah, now you finally have the info. Personally, I'm excited for these, as finishing the NCPD events kind of left you with not much else to do. So having some extra like fights out in the city and doing crazy things is always welcomed. Plus, the vehicle gigs that you get from El Capitan, they are also exclusive to the expansion. However, these gigs will not just bring you in Dogtown, but also all throughout Night City. So those objectives will actually bring you throughout the entire town. But again, you will need the expansion to access them in the first place. It's also from these gigs that we get the vehicle missile launchers, so that's also exclusive. However, the machine gun is still available in the base game. Besides this, we also get all the new relic skill tree and abilities. So this is going to be that 6th skill tree at the bottom that Songbird helps us unlock initially when we start the expansion. But this will then require some special Militech data that can only be found in Dogtown via special interactions and data points. So another reason to grab the expansion if you haven't already. What's interesting is that also exclusive to the expansion are tons of new items, 100 plus, including weapons, cyberware, cars, and obviously fashion. And we've seen quite a few of them already being confirmed. Part of the expansion, they look really awesome, and you also get this really amazing vehicle if you pre-order Phantom Liberty right now. I already done so yeah, let me know down below if you're also planning to grab the expansion no matter what, or if you're waiting for any types of reviews. But alongside these, the final thing added is a new level cap of level 60, up from 50. So theoretically, the characters in Phantom Liberty will be much stronger than the ones in the base game. Now, it's also been confirmed that with the release of Update 2.0, both old and new saves will be able to reset their attributes once per playthrough. There will be a reset attribute option available, as it's been confirmed over on Twitter. Given how big the change is to the skill tree, this is obviously expected. However, it still seems CDPR wants to keep this as a definitive kind of choice, and important choice that you can't easily back out from. So from the wording, it seems that this implies there's no other way to reset attributes besides the one after we get the new update. And I'm fine with that. It's always been the case. However, resetting perks inside of the attributes still is possible, if not even easier compared to before. So from the footage we've seen up until now, it seems that we can reset perks one by one, even after just applying them, instead of having to reset all of them at the same time. So no longer having to redo everything in case you didn't plan it outright with your new build. Now, of course, the new expansion will start after a certain point in the main story once you unlock the Voodoo Boys missions, and from that point on, you can, just get the new call and start the new expansion. It can also be done from the point of no return, so I'm expecting Hanako to basically reach 1,000 years old before anybody goes in and does the final mission. But you will get a new ending unlocked, which is nice. It's already been confirmed that once the expansion hits, you can also continue straight into the new content once you pass that story moment, or straight from the character selection screen. There is going to be a button that lets you go straight into Dogtown and the new expansion content. Now, unfortunately, no other expansion is being planned besides Phantom Liberty. It's again been reconfirmed officially for the 1,000th time, despite the recent massive success that the game had. Its Steam reviews are even better than ever now, with over 500,000 of them being positive. But yeah, there's a bigger reason for why Phantom Liberty is the last expansion, and it has to deal with CDPR's deal, of course, with Epic Games and their transition to Unreal Engine 5. So we all know that all of their future lineups, including the ones in the Witcher series, Cyberpunk, and a few more unannounced projects, will be based on Unreal Engine 5. Plus, for quite a while now, CDPR has been slowly shifting numbers of teams to the new engine, and post Phantom Liberty, so it's clear that they are already transitioning, if not already fully transitioned to that portion, besides maybe leaving a few for Phantom Liberty and bug fixes. However, one thing I do hope we'll get at some point, as I'm sure many of you also do, is a redesign of one of my favorite fights in the game personally, which is the fight against Adam Smasher. Especially after all the builds we covered last year, Horse Smasher kind of ended up as our testing dummy, and even without that, a lot of players have been asking CDPR to make it much more difficult. Different power fantasies, of course, compared to the anime, but Edge Runners really did a great job into making him look like a truly scary villain that you don't even want to be in the same town with, let alone same building. So I'm not gonna lie, I really wish that update 2.0 increases the difficulty, maybe revamps the fight against him a little bit, if not with Phantom Liberty or 2.0, at least at some point in the future, since we do know there are still a few updates planned for Cyberpunk coming up. Anyway, that pretty much concludes today's video, and of course expect a lot more Phantom Liberty and update 2.0 content on the channel. So if you want to see more of that, make sure you subscribe, activate that notification bell, and also leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.